What's up everybody? I hope you're having a fabulous day so far. If you haven't been keeping up on the vlog channel recently, you might not know this, but I recently opened up a PO box so you guys could write letters and I could respond to you. That address is always written in the description bar below, but it's actually relevant to this video because I actually recently got a letter from one of you guys. She writes and asks, I would really like to know if you could give me makeup tips or a video for specific hair and color. Example, I have brown hair and eyes. As I've gotten older and far away from high school's judgments, I have experimented with makeup more and more. I have gone from wearing it to maybe once a month to church on Sunday to applying eyeliner, concealer, and mascara every day. So before I tell you what makeup supplies that I own and use, I would like to hear your thoughts first. So, she actually brings up a really good point, and this is something that people have asked me since I even started my YouTube channel. We kind of grow up with these questions inside of us that are like, so there's all this makeup out there, what do I do with it? What are the rules when it comes to makeup, and how can I use those rules to my advantage? So in this video, I'm actually going to address that subject. The first thing I have to throw out there is literally no rules to makeup. If somebody tells you you have to do your makeup a certain way, don't listen to them. If you like bold lips, bright cheeks, bright eyes, if you want to wear all that at once, girl, you go for it. If somebody tells you you have to wear a certain color with your certain skin tone, if you have to wear certain eyeshadows with certain eye colors, or if somebody tells you you have to put bronzer in specific spots or concealer in specific spots because that's how you're supposed to do it, don't listen to them. Don't listen to anybody who says you cannot do that because you're breaking some sort of rule, because you're not. It's like an art. There is no rules when it comes to art or subject or anything like that, just like there is no rules when it comes to makeup. Whatever you want to do with makeup, all you have to do is have the confidence to pull it off. So now that we know there are literally no rules when it comes to makeup, how can we use makeup to our advantage? In today's video, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about color, how you can use certain colors to your advantage to bring out certain features that maybe you want to accentuate a little bit. This beautiful thing is the color wheel, and the color wheel is awesome, like the best source to figure out what colors accentuate other colors. So the basic guideline that's going to be incredibly helpful for us in this specific video is complementary colors. Complementary colors are two colors on the color wheel that are opposite of each other. So if we look over at this color wheel, we're gonna notice, obviously, there are colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. You'll see that blue is opposite of orange, purple is opposite of yellow, and red is opposite of green. So why is this information important? Basically, a complementary color is two colors that when you mix them together, they create a neutral color. They create black or gray or some varying shade of neutrality. But the other funny thing about complementary colors is if they are placed directly next to each other, they are the most contrasted two colors that you can get. If you place red next to green and you place them right next to each other, those two colors all of a sudden are going to appear crazy bright. Incredibly bright. So how can we use this a little bit in makeup to bring out our own colors? For this example, I'm actually going to be using eye color because I find that most people ask me, how can I bring out XYZ eye color? And obviously, just depending on your own personal eye color, you're gonna have to adjust accordingly. My eye color tends to sit somewhere between green and blue. Honestly, they used to be a lot more blue, but I think I'm getting greener and greener as I grow up a little bit. So I'm gonna, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna shoot for blue just because, well, that's what it says on my driver's license. To bring out the blueness of my eyes, I'm going to apply a little bit of orange, brown, if you're trying to look more neutral, then golds might be thrown in there as well. I'm gonna start with Urban Decay's Primer Potion, and I'm actually going to put this all over my lid. For you makeup beginners, you see people use these a lot if you watch a lot of makeup tutorials, but what eyeshadow primers do, their main purpose, well, a couple of things. They make your eyeshadows stay a lot longer, make your shadows a lot brighter, and make the shadows seem a little bit more pigmented than they might be otherwise without it. But they also ensure that the shadows don't crease. Where your own personal eye crease is on your lid, makeup tends to get lodged in there. This kind of helps prevent that. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm actually going to be using I have these two palettes. I have the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette and I have the Lorac Pro Palette. Both of these are neutral. They're both pretty neutral and contain a good amount of colors. Palettes like these are great to have just because A, they're convenient, and most of them tend to be compact, like This, the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette, it's like rubbing on and off. I've had it forever. Has 9 shades in it, and I think it retails for about $32, which is what, $4 an eyeshadow? And then the Lorac Pro Palette is an even better deal. It has 16 shades, and I'm pretty sure this retails for like $42. What did I say this retails for? This retails for like 36. This retails for like 42 or something like that, which is under $3 per shadow. Now, looking at the Lorac Pro palette, there's a couple colors in here, and I especially like this palette when I'm trying to bring out my eye color because this is super, super helpful. I'm gonna take just a shading brush. I'm gonna load up the color Light Bronze all over my lid. What do I want to do next? I'm gonna go in with the color Gold, and kind of a slightly more defining brush. I'm going to kind of trace my eye socket with this. I like to take my colors, instead of placing it in my crease, because my crease is so low compared to where my eye socket is, I like to define my eye socket instead. Looks a little bit crazy now, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take just a clean blending brush, more fluffy. There's absolutely nothing on it, and I'm just going to blend that gold out a little bit so it's not so in your face. If you are literally brand new to makeup, you don't even know where to begin, and you somehow stumbled on one of my videos, well, first, hello, welcome, I'm Katie. A lot of this takes practice. There's really no way around getting better with using makeup except for practice. You gotta practice if you wanna get better. Some people are born more talented. I certainly was not. If you go back and look at videos from the past, vintage Katie, you'll find that I was not as good as I am now. I still don't think I am the best makeup person in the entire world, or on YouTube for sure. I have gotten better, thanks to practice. It's a little bit intense. What I'm gonna do to combat that a little tiny bit, I'm just gonna take the color, I'm pretty pale, maybe the color white? No, I'll do cream. On a more dense blending brush, I think is technically what this is, but I don't really use it for blending. I use it for moments like this where I need to literally erase lines. There, so there's more of a gradient to my brow. A little bit better. Now I'm gonna take that same brush I was using to place the gold in my crease, and I'm going to place this on my lower lash line. This color is so fun. It looks like molten lava. And I'm just gonna use my finger to kind of blend that out a little bit because it is intense. Now we're gonna go in with some even deeper colors because, as you can see right now, it looks kind of like I got punched in the eye. So I'm gonna go in with a couple deeper colors to make it look a little bit less scary. So I'm gonna take the color Espresso on the Lorac Pro palette, and I'm gonna place this on the outer V of my eye. When people say the outer V, a line right there and a line right there. It makes kind of a V shape. So when people say the outer V, they mean that outer little creasy area where your lid meets the corner of your eye, pretty much. And I'm also gonna bring that just on the outer part of my lower lash line. Now, if I left the house looking like this, obviously that would be a little scary, so we're gonna blend things out. The biggest tip I can give any newbie when it comes to makeup is, if when in doubt, blend it out. Like, just blend away. These colors are kind of nice too because they don't really have much of a chance of getting super muddy. Sometimes you'll notice that if you, for example, if you are doing like a rainbow eye is a really good example. If you over blend, if you do too much blending between the two colors, it can look really, really muddy and just kind of too mixed together. You're mixing too many colors together and sometimes it can look dirty. I found this eyeliner. It's an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Whiskey, and it's just a brown, and I really need to sharpen it, but I don't know where my pencil sharpener is. And it's a little bit kind of like blotchy simply because it desperately needs to be sharpened. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little angled liner brush. This one is actually what I use for my brows. But I'm just going to drag it across my lash line so that the colors kind of blend out a little bit. So now we're gonna apply our mascara. This is the Clump Crusher by Lash Blast, and it is just in very black. This mascara is awesome, but it dries out so quickly, and that's not super fun on my lashes. So that is the completed eye look. You'll notice that the blue tones are definitely a lot more vibrant now than when I was wearing nothing, and that's largely because of color theory and using gold and browns and bronzes to really bring out the blue tones in my eye. The colors that are really good for green eyes are like pinks and purples and reds in that family. If you have brown eyes, blues are actually really, really great for bringing out your own eye color as well. If you don't want to go full on and like wear blue eyeshadow, silver is a good place to start. So I hope this helps some of you guys if you're like brand new to makeup and you want to kind of try to use makeup to your advantage to bring out certain tones or colors in your own pigments in your body. If you do want to see more of these videos, maybe for beginners who are just starting out with makeup, or if you want to see other videos, feel free to request them down below or catch me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll totally, I'm down to do that. I'm down to do more videos. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all the videos that I upload. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. What's up, everybody? I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. That seemed like way too much in your face. Okay, so what was I saying? I wasn't recording that entire time. Alright. Oh my gosh, I'm so cheesy. I'm hungry. Check it out. Dinner of Champions. Blake recently picked up Cap'n Crunch, except it's just the berries. It's kind of pathetic how excited I am about this.